Yo, yo, yo. You tuning into The Notion. I'm here with my co-hosts in the building.
Jelani Evans.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Dizzy
Who
D. Spill.
are you?
How you living, brother?
I'm stupendous. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
You know, I'm hanging in there, man. I'm doing my thing, bro.
You all right? You want to talk about it?
Nah, I had to make sure all my shit was right. You know what I mean? So I had to look on the main screen and make sure make sure shit was Gucci. And these little snacks is going crazy right now.
I didn't. They salted. They're not lightly salted. I was like, ooh.
Pink Himalayan? That's what it is, too.
You say what?
Pink Himalayan salt.
Oh, is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh. He's fancy.
Just a little bit.
I thought I got sea salt.
Nah.
Went to the Himalayas
We
for yours?
we don't do that. You have ours flown in every morning.
That's some fly shit.
Yeah, literally. Anyways, man, what's going on with sneaker culture, bro? What you got for us, man? What's the news? What's the latest and the greatest? What's the wild shit? What's going on, brother? What do you know that we don't know? Try not to take 7 years.
I seen something real crazy.
Okay.
So the shoe store sold the shoes, but they sold them without the shoe box. They actually crushed the shoe box in front of you and handed you your shoes in a bag to prevent reselling.
Okay, yeah. I seen that on your story.
Okay.
I seen that on your story. And then I looked at the comments is what had me weak.
And then Nike happened granted trademark on the Jordan 1 silhouette. Now understand, that's not the swoosh. They own the swoosh.
Yeah, they already own the swoosh.
This is the actual silhouette.
The design of the shoe.
Any brands that you have been seeing that have been using that silhouette, now I have to cease and desist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so there's been an uproar and a lot of beef and craziness going on behind that I will not get into or name drop. Because that's not what we're about here on The Notion. But
of course not this early.
Yeah, it's been a lot of craziness behind that, and so that's pretty much the biggest thing going on in sneaker news. It's the trademarking and the beef and the issues people are encountering behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the major thing. Other than that, shoes still releasing. Resale is still a thing.
Right.
StockX is still living. So is Goat and eBay, and
Shout out to eBay. I grabbed some nostalgia earlier this week, messing with eBay.
Yeah, I saw some. I think I wanted to go with some kicks. I think that'd be kind of dope.
I actually grabbed some old school video games, some Nintendo 64 games.
GoldenEye?
You better believe it.
Oh man, it's here.
Oh, it's in there.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. What?
Nah, for real, man. We gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Like, no, it's
Yo,
real.
bro, you don't even understand.
Like, I hope you don't have plans because I'm not. It's lit today. I grabbed a couple joints, man. So shout out to the people that's only paying attention to certain things and not paying attention to other things. I was also going to ask you, what does that mean? Does that mean anything for the Jordan brand or for Jordan himself with them actually trademarking the silhouette of the Jordan shoe? Does that affect him in any type of way or the Jordan brand in any type of way that you know of? No.
Okay.
It wouldn't.
Okay.
Well, because at the end of the day, Jordan is a subdivision of Nike.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So maybe I read a faulty article. I read an article years ago that Jordan was like now its own entity.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
And it didn't go well.
And he went back home? Okay. Okay, so he decided to leave out of the front yard, and it was, you see what's out there? Getting chased by dogs. I stay in the yard.
So, yeah, no issues for him. No problems. He ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
It's these young punks.
I feel it, man.
It's so crazy because at the end of the day, you have to think about it like designs, intellectual property, all that type of stuff. Like that all derived from Nike and its designers. So everything that comes out of that, they own. That is theirs legally. So they're just doing that now because of the uproar that has happened with the silhouette. There's been so many fakes, bootlegs,
left and right,
all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? People doing their own renditions of it or whatever. And you thought people would have learned after what happened with the dunk and that one individual. Guess not.
I haven't heard nothing about. Yeah.
They also have trademarks in the work for the 3s, the 4s, the 6s, the 11s.
Ouch.
I think something else.
The croc, the sandal, the foot.
Yeah. Y'all can't have feet.
Y'all want to see no toes on nothing. Y'all better have trash bags on your feet at the beach.
Toes on nothing. What?
What's up with your man?
But it's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty serious, but I feel like that's gonna help in the future. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it
ain't gonna change nothing with the reseller game a whole lot, but it does help with the whole, because how we came up, this a lot of these things were knockoffs, like we've discussed before.
Well, I mean, the way we came up, they say no cap now, which means no line. But when I came up, they would cap on you, which means, talk shit, gas you. Like, if
to the point where you never wear those again.
Fakes, bootlegs, Walmarts. Nigga, I remember when you couldn't wear Asics. Like you can be behind Asics. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Remember you couldn't wear Champion. Which I like. I like a lot of their pieces now, but it wasn't safe. Back in our time?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. So, and that's the thing. It was like, it was unacceptable.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, it's good.
Out of nowhere. And it's like that with a lot of things, man. Just, morals are different. Beliefs are different. What people stand on, is different.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't have no morals and they're not standing on nothing. They falling for anything. That's why a lot of shit is acceptable.
Yeah. It's a lot of things out there with a weak foundation. For sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. I seen something on social media that I thought was interesting.
That place.
Oh, it's an amazing place. It's the hood. And I seen Diddy talk about black man don't own, black man don't drink. And
pouring out 19 whatever that stuff is.
Yeah. And what I found interesting about it was that I was like, okay, that's admirable, you know what I'm saying? But it was an interesting, we touched up on it a little bit before we started recording, and you made some valid points about that. You want to share some of those valid points about that concept, because the trend of black business and support black only and stuff like that, give more enlightenment on.
I mean, I'm all for it, but it was like he sit here and say, black man don't own, black man don't drink. I dig that. But now if the black man doesn't make anything that I drink, then what do?
You thirst.
And I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I have a question, like, is it like that across the board? I mean, like, what black man, bottles water? Jaden, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Was that just for show? Is that because you sell alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then it's like, all right, I drink champagne. So then the only black owned I know of, few hundred. Every time you want to pop a cork.
Yeah.
So now, like, in order to contribute to and
so I gotta break the bank.
I gotta throw 300 at a bottle every time I want to pop a cork. Like, you know, I might pop a cork 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, with that kind of prices, black man does own and black man not sharing. That's an expensive bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Them prices, man. That's the champagne budget for the month. Like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, I feel that energy. I get it. I'm all for it.
Right.
But it has to be affordable on the same breath.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like make stuff cheap, but a lot of stuff is too high price, and some stuff is inaccessible, right? Some stuff is inaccessible because it's too high price.
Right.
Or it's limited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go contribute to some of these brands and buy certain stuff, but like, it just dropped and it sold out. Oh man, you know, we only had limited quantity. All right.
Where's your quantity? Where's your product that's always on deck then? So I can at least have something that, you know. But yeah, that's not inspiring anybody.
Well, you know, they want us to support, but they don't cater to us.
That's a gem.
Mine struck a nerve.
I mean, that's a good point. Like, things that aren't black owned, they cater to us. That's how they get our money. I mean, on top of like the trendsetters and, you know, what's being popularized, but it's catered to a demographic. If anybody knows anything about business, that's one of the first things you do before you kind of come out with a product. You have a target demographic that you're aiming for, right? You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot more bikini shops and you know, less clothing type of styles in the Miami area or in beach areas in the country, right?
Nah, we gonna put one in Kansas.
All right, I'm with it. Show barbecue, boss. But
we'd be better off selling barbecue.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I think that's really important for a lot of black business owners to understand. Like, you got to cater to your people too. You can't just be like, "Well, buy this shit."
Hey, you know what's crazy though? I try that, and it works to a certain extent, because in order for me to cater, I need feedback. I need people to talk to me about what they like and what they don't like, and the feedback is so limited. And I think it's so limited now because people think, you know, you might take offense to it, but if I'm asking for it, I feel like pretty much all feedback, you know what I'm saying, is constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to take it as hate, because you might be saying something that a lot of other people may be thinking as well, but won't say, right?
Right.
On the same breath, if you are contributing to and supporting a brand, then I need to be listening to what you're saying, because you're a major reason why I do what I do. But it's frustrating, bro, trying to make sure you're doing things for the people that are supporting, and they don't give, you know, adamant feedback. Like,
yeah, like how are businesses supposed to give you the experience that you want if they don't know the experience that you want?
Think about it. Every place you ever been to, you remember suggestion boxes?
Yeah.
Customer service areas still exist. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a website, they have feedback area. They inquire. They might even send you an email and be like, could you tell us about your experience?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
can
saying?
you rate us and things of that sort.
And a lot of people will be quick to do that, right? For the big boys.
Yeah. This is true.
Not for the little people. Like,
not even gonna look over there. Yeah.
I don't know, it just, you know, it's a process, but at the end of the day, you definitely need to cater to the people who I mean, shit, contribute to the brand, the business.
How do you base what's good? I mean, I have my perspective. I'll let you go first. How do you base what's good quality when you want to take that step out there and support a brand? It's like, okay, this is one of my brothers or this is one of my sisters that's really trying to do something and I like it. How do you base that it's good quality for you as an individual, not for the masses, because you shop for you, right? So what do you base the value and the quality off of when you shop with somebody?
Off my brand. And I mean, I know like that's like, and that's the thing, like you asked me, it's like off my brand because there's certain things that I expect and I want when it comes to the pieces that I make. So when I'm looking to purchase pieces, I'm looking for the same level of quality, looking for the same level of embroidery. You know what I'm saying? I got to think about how it's going to wear on me. You know what I'm saying? The material, if it's light, if it's heavy, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is like, is it light as in good lightweight material?
Right.
Or is it light as in light cheap material? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it, you know, just knowing those things and being able to get hands on it. I mean, just looking at the execution of it all in presentation, you know what I'm saying? You usually will go the extra mile to present something a certain way if you put a certain level of work into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, you won't spend 80 hours putting something together and be like, yeah, check this out.
Yeah.
You'll have a whole presentation. You'll have a rollout. You'll have a layout. You know what I'm saying? Your execution, not just of the piece, but of showcasing the piece.
Look what I did. Look how hard I worked. Yeah.
And so, in that aspect, like, I base it off of how I do things because I have certain standards. So I'm not just gonna wear anything because such and such made it. Like, I don't care about that because once I buy it, it represents me.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we gotta make sure that it's up to par. I'm not just what? So I don't just buy anything. Shout out to the people working on. You'll get there.
Yeah.
And when you do, I'll buy something.
Right. I kind of have the same thought process. I'm big on presentation. I really am. But it's like, okay, everybody's not going to have the exact same presentation, so I can't be too critical on that, saying, well, you know, you don't have this and you don't have that, because they have a different style of how they want to roll out. But then I do go to the quality and I'm like, all right, let me see. Okay, this is amazing quality. This is actually, the pictures don't do it any justice. You know what I'm saying?
And so check it out. Just to intervene, like, the execution isn't always on point. But the energy behind it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Will tell you all you need to know.
For sure.
The effort and the energy. And you're like, okay, I see where they were. I got you.
Right. And I'm big on, like, when I do spend a nice little dollar on something, that there's a little treat that comes with it. And for example, like, something might come with a nice package. You know what I mean? Or you might buy something and it's like, oh shoot, I bought this hat and it came with a pen. You know, things like that. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? You got a little bit more than what you asked for. Now, it could even turn into a game. I wonder, you know, what's going to come with the next piece that's released or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So,
because I was trying to do that. Like, each piece comes with something different. Different button, sticker pack, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
Because I like to get that type of stuff.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want to deliver the same experience that got you excited.
Shoes, and they came and there was a little thank you letter and a keychain. And I was like, bet. I'm not going to wear it, but bet.
Yeah.
I like the extra stuff.
Even with certain sneakers that I cop, I mean, and you know this since the beginning of time when it comes to this. But like, you know, even like, oh shit, it comes with extra laces. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different color that goes with the kicks. Like, little shit like that. I was like, cool.
Because outside of SBs, that's why they really started doing it, because of SBs.
Okay.
And the thing about it is this. So, Nike Dunk, Nike SB Dunk, Nike SB skateboarding. So they were made for skateboarding. When you skate, you grind. You know what I'm saying? You riding rails, kickflip. You're gonna fall. You're gonna trip. You're gonna fuck yourself up, basically, especially around the feet, the ankles.
Right.
So because of that, the Nike SB Dunk has a fatter tongue.
Okay.
You know, you kick flipping and ollie and stuff, the board hits your foot. That shit hurts. So extra padding around the shoe to protect while you're skateboarding.
Right.
Now with all the grinding and all of that, you mess up laces. So they came with extra laces, so you had another pair to continue skating those shoes. That's why SBs come thicker cushioning and a fatter tongue, and they come with extra laces because they're meant for skateboarding.
Right.
People fell in love with that, especially since the re-release of SBs. So a lot of different shoes are taking to it and coming with extra laces now.
Right. And see little stuff like that. Oh, well, I didn't even know I was going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah, that's dope.
That is cool, man.
Like I just wore a pair of shoes that came with like 3 pair of extra laces, but the patches come off the tongue, so I have interchangeable patches. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just little stuff, extras.
Yeah,
like
give it extras. Give it extras to the customer. You know, I think that helps.
And they came with a postcard.
Look at them.
It was dope. It's gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. I'll call somebody in here.
Nah, but I mean, like, for real though, I'm with it, and I would love to just like, you know, like support majority black owned and majority of stuff I like buy, and you know what I'm saying. No, I don't want to use that word. Yeah, that seemed like a bad word. A lot of stuff that I enjoy doing. Yeah, just like no. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, a lot of luxuries I enjoy. I would love for them all, majority, to be black owned, and that's how I operate. You know what I'm saying? But it don't be like that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, though, there is the McBride sisters.
Yeah.
They do wine, and they also have a champagne. So
okay, so we got some champagne.
Yeah. I want to say I tried it. Wasn't bad either. And it's affordable, actually. You feel me? So
look at that. Leading by example. Shout out to the McBride sisters.
I will say, because that's the only one that comes to mind now that I think about it.
Do you think there might be a difficulty in knowing what brands are out there because marketing, you know, it seems like sometimes, especially with our people, it's a fear of marketing and sharing people's information so that it's more accessible. I mean, it's one thing to say, like, let's support black businesses, but
it's not so much the marketing as it is.
What I mean is like a mere you sharing, like how we share things on a regular basis, right? That's a form of marketing, but that's not the intent. The intent is like, hey, look what I came across, right? And so what I'm saying is there's so many brands out there that people aren't sharing. So when the question comes up, well, who's selling it? And it's like, well, hey, I'm over here in the back, you know, 500,001 way back here. I'm actually doing it. But the 500,000 people in front of you wouldn't know because you're way in the back and nobody's paying attention to you or saying, hey, look, this is the one person that has what you might be looking for, because it seems like in today's climate, people are afraid to share things unless they're affiliated or they're benefiting off of it instead of...
we've had that talk before.
Yeah.
Why share your stuff if I'm not going to benefit?
Mm-hmm. And the weird thing is people say that, but they do it every day. They do it every day. Like, that's like, unless you don't post anything at all and you're stalking on some weirdo shit, you're going to share
people's stuff all the time.
All the time. So
they just don't want to see you come up. They don't want to see you.
Yeah, you stay right there.
They don't want to see you win. I share everybody else's stuff.
Yep. You stay there.
There's a slight argument back in the day on Facebook because I made a post and I was like, you know, feeling some type of way because a lot of people get on here and post the most miscellaneous BS and all type of nonsense, but then you have your friends who are operating businesses and, you know, ventures, and you don't share it at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't show any type of, you know what I'm saying, like support from that aspect of being a friend and, you know what I'm saying, promoting what your friend is doing because you know what I'm saying, want to see them win or progress. And so it's kind of like, well, when I get on here to laugh and have fun. I don't get on here to work as a promotion team and da-da-da. And I was like, you know, it's funny that you would say that because you're one of the people, not only do you not support, you never say anything on my post or talk about anything or like anything, and you decide to come on here and speak your mind. Like, you can shut the fuck up because I'm not even talking to you. You, like, nobody asked you.
You're irrelevant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just funny though because she had this whole like rundown of how share what she won and it's her place and da-da. And I was like, bet, and that's cool, but even the stuff that you choose to share,
bet, that's cool. Why are you here?
It's miscellaneous. And and then, like, to be honest, I told her, I said I didn't even read all of what you typed because I didn't. It's like I didn't read all of what you typed because I don't really care what you have to say because it's pretty much irrelevant. You don't support. You know what I'm saying? You're not really even viewed as a friend. You don't have to be here.
Matter of fact, click.
Yeah, I unfriended. 100% unfriended.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's crazy what people choose to share and put out there and promote and choose to disregard and ignore.
People will promote their personal business that they don't want people to know before.
No, they don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I take that back. They don't want to talk about it.
My personal space, so I'm just getting on here to vent. How is your personal space a public platform?
A stage.
Think about that. How is your personal space a public platform?
Yeah. I would love to understand that, but I wouldn't love to understand that. So no, never mind.
My whole thing is just, to sharing it, not, to be no promotion team or anything like that, but like there might be somebody on your friends list that I don't know that you're connected to that could benefit from my services or business. So you're just helping friends connect.
I mean, when I have gatherings at my home, the majority of the people are doing something and have a brand that somebody else can use or benefit off of or may just have an interest in, right? And at that time, there's no, and it obviously has something to do with who I surround myself around and who we all surround ourselves around and things of that nature. But the thought doesn't come into, well, I'm not going or I'm not going to be there because I don't want to, I don't want to see how good somebody else is doing. It's just, the options and the resources are available. And the crazy thing is to automatically go that far, like you were explaining with a post, and you're saying, hey, it's crazy that it's this, and this, but people can't do X, Y, and Z. The thing that I think went over that person's head with that post is you actually put in more effort to not do it.
Right.
You're proving it in what you're saying, that you're putting forth more. You're putting forth more effort to not do it, and you're explaining it as if you're going to lose something or lose a part of yourself by actually doing it.
Should be crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, and it's somebody who don't even rock with me no way.
Yeah. And I
honestly, I forgot they were on the friends list until they said something.
I think that's one of my pet peeves with people is, dude, I say something every single day and you don't have anything to say at all. And today, you got something to say.
And now wasn't a day. The day she picked wasn't a day.
It wasn't a day, huh?
But no, taking the gloves off because I didn't even come in with them on. Yeah.
Bare knuckles. Yeah, man. People are interesting. I want to ask you something also, kind of like a subtopic about boundaries.
Not enough people set them. Not enough people understand them, how to set them, why they're needed.
Turn him up. Go ahead.
I said not enough people set them. Not enough people understand them or why they're needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's...
Do you feel people should be careful with boundaries?
Yeah, that's why they're there.
Well,
I mean, do you be careful with setting them, or I mean, like, what do you mean?
How they set them?
Well, if you have a clear understanding of boundaries and you'll know how to set them,
a lot of people would surprise us in this day and age.
That's what I started off with. A lot of people don't understand them. I'm sorry, I meant that. Yes, you definitely have to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
In your opinion, why do you feel that way?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because, you don't want to put yourself in a box. Oh, I'm going to just go straight to it. You don't want to put yourself in a box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you set these boundaries and then, you know what I'm saying, you fuck around and later on, you don't even agree with them. But you got, right? But now you got to stick to them because you set them, right?
Yeah, let me out. Nah, stay right there. They're yours.
Right?
I'm not crossing.
I know how to set boundaries. You have to. You have to be comfortable with the boundary that you set. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I consistently set the same boundaries with people. I keep everybody around the same distance until I really rock with you.
Yeah.
And then when I really rock with you, we still not that close. There's still some, you know what I'm saying? There's another level. Like, then that's when I'm like, okay, yeah, I fuck with them. But there's still boundaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even with the fam, there's boundaries.
Absolutely.
And there has to be that understanding. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you don't do, certain things you don't say, not to cross me or go a certain path. You can only go so far with certain things.
Right.
You know when you're stepping out of place and you're doing some things you shouldn't be doing.
Nah,
like, bro, 97.8% of the time. Okay? And yeah. Okay. And I'm leaving that other 2.2% to being under the influence and retarded. Not retarded. Under the influence, ignorant.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I had a conversation with somebody close to me about the concept of boundaries. My mom, and she had made a statement, of young people, you need to be careful of the boundaries you set with your elders because you'll be bound to need them before they need you. And people didn't really take that too well. And because I know my mom, but I also understand the stance on where our elders come from when they say things, it's because I feel like in our generation, not us individually, but in our generation, it seems like a lot of people are very adamant on trying to prove something. I want to, but in this particular situation with boundaries, it's like, I want to show you that this is who I am and this is what I'm about and this is what I'm not going to take and da-da-da-da-da. When boundaries are kind of set there because that's just how you operate, period. You're not trying to put a highlight on, I have boundaries, this is my, these are my borders and you better not cross them. That's just how you operate.
Respect.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
when you cross boundaries, when you overstep boundaries, that shows a lack of respect.
Right. And sometimes with that word, because some of the it got misinterpreted in a lot of different ways or misunderstood in a lot of different ways. But what I understand about boundaries is they're already set and you kind of already know what a person's boundaries are just based off of how you interact with them. There's certain people's house that you can go over to and you can be a certain type of way because of the relationship you got and how they have their boundaries set up. And then there's certain people's house you can go over where it's like you're asking a question to do every single thing because how they operate. Usually how a person operate, the boundaries come with it, right? Or there might not be any at all. So,
and then that's the thing. See, a lot of people just be out here maneuvering, right?
Yeah.
And they don't really have any boundaries in place. Right.
Or they try to create boundaries when you see how they're operating and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
After the fact.
After the fact. You got something to say, now they got boundaries.
Well, because they weren't expecting you to say nothing. Hey, y'all, check this out, fam. Whoa. Can't talk to me like that.
Yep.
Since when?
Let me check my email real quick. You got me. I'm confused.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, now, all of a sudden, because I'm questioning the way you're operating now, you're a big boy.
Right.
That's cool.
Right.
Still wiping your nose, but whatever.
Yeah, man. I definitely think that boundaries are important. I think that most people, if not everyone, should have them. But I think, like you said at the beginning, people need to understand them. Because, for example, if I say I don't fuck with somebody like that and I keep my distance, that's not boundaries. That's just I keep my distance from them altogether. And that's why I really appreciated the fact that you said people need to understand that. Because some people think that that's boundaries.
Bro, boundaries only apply to the people you deal with. If I don't deal with you, how can we have boundaries?
Right.
We don't interact for them to even have to exist.
Right. Absolutely. So it's kind of the obvious.
And it's funny. It's not funny. It's interesting what your mom said about, crossing boundaries. Because, see, a lot of times when you cross boundaries, you burn bridges.
Right.
You cross boundaries, you burn bridges. And then you need the people that you burn those bridges with before they need you. That's what she meant by the elders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, crossing boundaries and burning bridges is a dangerous game.
She got a lot of feedback behind that. Like,
it leaves you stranded.
Yeah, actually kind of puts you in a position where you're in boundaries that you don't agree with, like you said earlier. Now you put yourself in a box that you can't get out of.
Or you just out of bounds.
Yeah. You fouled out.
Not even fouled out. You just out of bounds.
Yeah.
You're not in play. Nobody's rocking with you.
Yeah, some of the feedback she shared with me was like, somebody was like, well, I know somebody, they're necessary. I know somebody that had a rough relationship with their mom. And so they had it. I'm like, that sounds like personal trauma. Like, boundaries is I'm not even going to go there with that person because I already know what it is. And that person's not going to go there with me because
we have
a
certain level of respect for each other.
Yeah.
So we respect how each other operates and the things that they do. And we know not to do such and such. It's kind of, I want to say it's common sense, but common sense isn't common. So then that gives them the window to,
right,
claim ignorance.
Boundaries are not for disrespectful people.
Disrespectful people don't operate with boundaries. They do just the opposite.
They do just the opposite.
Like, bro, I'm an asshole, but I still operate within boundaries.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm respectful, man. You know what I'm saying? I have morals, I have standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, like, at the end of the day, like, you only get disrespect if you give it, man.
Right. I just like the whole delivery. It's like, yo, I'm an asshole, but I'm respectful.
Straight up. Like, because, there's different types. And, like, I'm a lovable asshole. Like, I'm not the type you be like, I can't stand it. Oh, man, this motherfucker. Like, nah, you be like, bro, he be talking a lot of shit. He funny, though.
Yeah, you turn niggas' lights off in their house like they running your smut up.
Bruh. I told you about that shit.
This nigga. Bruh. Yeah. Smut finna be high as fuck.
Yeah, I'm finna ask you to chip in. I live here. Yeah.
This nigga checking the meter before he come in here or what?
Thank you later.
But yeah, man.
Walk in. Yo, who touched the thermostat? You niggas wild.
Boundaries, bruh.
79. I'm 69. Here we swear. Keep it at.
Yeah, man. I had to run that by you, man, and pick your brain on that because it was an interesting conversation to have. Especially, when we talk about elders, I think we have a hard time. Not me and you, but I think we have a hard time as a generation really valuing our elders and the wisdom and the information that they give. We're so quick to try to prove that we're an adult and that we understand things and we have wisdom
you're
too.
Talking about the current generation. You're not talking about our generation. We didn't have to prove we were adults. We fucked around and had kids and had to grow up early.
Yeah.
Adulthood came fast.
For real.
You know, one hot summer became a cold winter.
Yeah.
Shit was rough. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's real.
So, you know, our generation, we had a lot more respect. But the thing about it is we had a lot more respect because not just how we was brought up, but there was a better understanding.
Yeah.
That understanding isn't there no more. You know what I'm saying? This younger generation is kind of reckless, like. And I don't mean the youngest. I mean the one right after ours.
Yeah,
like, they're a little reckless, bro. Like they be wilding.
So,
you know, it's that can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I got it.
Anybody can get it.
Right.
Type mentality. Because you got to think about it, these are sayings.
Yeah, these are sayings. Can't tell me nothing. You know, I got it. One of the sayings that bothers me is like, I swear everybody got it out the mud. I swear. And I'm like, well, how do you have an iPhone? I'm just, all right. You getting it out the mud, you know, ain't nobody been through what I've been through. Like, bro, 15 years ago, you was believing in Santa Claus.
Wait, he's not?
Yeah.
Cut the mic.
Yo. Oh, bruh.
Man. No,
don't ever.
Oh, you just hit hard like, yo, I can't do this right now.
I can't do this right now. That's real disrespectful, dog. We just got done talking about boundaries and you gonna go there.
Yeah, call my mom. Got some explaining to do.
But yeah, dog. Yeah, it was like I said. That's something that I thought was important that we could talk about and kind of get out there. And
I think that's the thing about it. It's one of those things that isn't talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you also mentioned morals and standards and values. I don't think those are things that are addressed enough.
Yeah, they're not.
And they haven't been instilled in the youth the way that they should be.
Why do you think that is? I got my own theory, but I got to ask first.
Because letting the schools and TV and social media and music raise your children instead of you actually being a parent?
100% agree. I think that there's this thing out there that gets under my skin about letting a person be who they are and, you know, just let them be them and, you know, don't judge this person for this and that and the other. And it's like, okay, I get like surface level shit, but there has to be order, there has to be respect, and there has to be something called common fucking sense, man. Just straight up. And we know common sense ain't so common. We get it, you know? But it's that part for me where it's like all of these different type of behaviors. How's that working out for you right now? You know, to those out there that feel like they know it all. Because what I notice is that happy and content folks, they're not having the same conversations. They're not having the anybody can get it conversations and I don't need nobody and cut everybody off and fuck all this. They're not. They're too busy being happy with what they're doing and moving along just fine. So if you have to think those things, if you have to announce those things, if you have to stand on top of the mountain and yell your so-called dominance or belief, how happy are you really? Are you really content with some of the decisions that you've made? Because if you really were, you wouldn't have time to acknowledge that. You would have time to sit back and have that conversation. It's just like, I'll bring it up again, the conversation you were having about the person jumping in and be like, well, you know, this is my page. And just like there's no way that you're happy about what you got going on right now. There's no fucking way. You're not going to make me believe any fucking thing comes out your mouth about you being happy and content with the things you're doing if your first thought is, hold on, I know you're not You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Didn't even read that post with the same energy it was given. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just saying how I was feeling about something, and it didn't even apply to you for you to get offended.
Yeah, if you don't support or you never had any intent on supporting, then why would you feel like it's about you?
Like,
so, yeah.
People be upset or looking to get offended about stuff because...
Yo, you really said something there. Looking to get offended.
Well, yeah, that's the type of climate it is right now.
Yeah.
People are looking to get offended and be upset and, argue and dispute stuff. And it's like...
That's nuts, man. Like, really, you're looking for something to make you feel bad.
Looking for something to oppose. I don't have the time or the energy. That's why I don't argue. I accept difference of opinion because that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Different points of view. We can agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But like the back and forth, yelling, being disgruntled, no sir.
Yeah, I be doing that shit sometimes. I'm trying to work on it. It's because I can't fight no more though. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old for that shit. But
my Springfield XDM 46. He gonna fight for his life. But for real though, like, and that's the thing, like, it's not even gonna escalate to anything.
Yeah,
there's no need for that, bro.
There never is. There never is, man.
I really exit situations just like I feel like it's not worth the energy.
It never is.
It's not worth being thrown off my axis.
It's never, man. You speaking straight truth right now, man. All of that shit is true, dude. It's never worth it.
Is those encounters are with people who are vibrating at a lower level, and I won't lower myself to go there with you.
Yeah, and that's something that I gotta keep 100 about. Like, I'm learning. I've gotten really, really good at not letting myself get there to the point now where if I do get there, you really got to be close to me and catch me off guard. You know what I'm saying? To possibly get me to that point as I'm trying to, handle things better. But like a stranger, somebody that I don't really care about, I'm not going there with you like that. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I really am cool off of that. And I'm learning to keep that same type of behavior even with people that I'm close to, because there's no guarantee that that'll never happen with the ones that you love and care about the most. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts,
So
I've gotten into it with family. But it was, back in the, years back. Now, I don't even let it
not
get
even
there.
worth it.
Man, it's not, you know what I mean?
And it's part of those
multiple reasons, but
it's part of that distance and those boundaries.
Maturity as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the first step,
growth and maturity.
Getting a hold of that. Yeah.
Values change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Perspective is different. Just not even entertaining that type of stuff or feeding into that type of energy.
Yeah. It's a difference between really operating like that, really believing that, living your life like that on a day-to-day, and posting shit like that. You really gotta, it really is a practice. And
it's work daily because you'll be tested, and it's like, it's crazy you mentioned family because that's who will test you the most.
Oh yeah. They know what buttons to press and how quick to get to them.
Well, it's not even just that. It's the fact that if they press buttons, it'll affect you because of people in your family, people that you really rock with, they're close to your heart. So they have that access to be able to get to you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is ultimately. But, a lot of times I still have to check myself because that's what it's about ultimately. It's never about, saying something to somebody else or getting into any type of beef. I have to check myself because as soon as I start to feel, think, or want to operate a certain way that isn't, conducive to the path that I'm on, to remaining positive and, you know what I'm saying? I check myself.
Right.
Like, bro, they always, calm down, Jay. You need to
Right.
Because actually, when you think about it, it's not even.
It's about how you respond.
Bro.
Yeah.
You had that event, remember? And then you heard about something after the fact, and you hit me with like, yo, da-da-da-da. And I was like, bro, actually, I hit you. I hit you.
Yeah.
And I apologized. And you was like, I wasn't even aware of it, but it was just like because something that happened and my instant reaction.
Right.
Not even a response, because I'm gonna be honest, this was around the time where I was doing all that traveling. I just got back.
Yeah.
Bro was off like 3 hours of sleep like over the past like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like good sleep. I napped on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, I reflect on the situation. I'm like, I was out of pocket. That was my fault for multiple reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to acknowledge that and be accountable for it. So then I apologize for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I had to check myself though.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, it wasn't because of him, you, or this. Because everything that happened at the time in that realm was because of the energy in the event. Makes perfect sense.
Right.
The only person or the only thing that was out of place, the only energy that was out of place at that time was mine. And if I'm the only one, I gotta check myself.
That part.
Right?
That part. People gotta understand, like, why are you the only one feeling this way at this particular time or this particular conversation or exchange?
But see, up on checking myself, it was because I was extremely exhausted. I was fucking tired. And because of that, like I said, I reacted instead of responding. And the things that I reacted to were all irrelevant. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
that's so hard for people to grasp.
Oh, bro,
it's so hard for people to grasp.
Bro, it takes time. It is a process, and you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just a Zen master, because I still have my moments and I'm still growing. But being aware enough to check yourself and be accountable, you know what I'm saying? And when necessary, issue out apologies.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about me.
Right.
It's about where I'm at, my energy, how I'm operating, what I'm putting out, and being at peace with me. A lot of people might not like me. A lot of people might not agree with what I do in it. That's fine. That's dandy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I have to.
Right.
And so I have to operate a certain way. I have to be accountable. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very important word if you really care about maturity and being mature. It's accountability. That's the first thing that you really have to understand and grasp the concept of if you want to be more mature about things, is being accountable. Because when you're able to reflect on yourself and look back on situations that you're in, and you're able to say, okay, how could I have did this different? Or how could I have made some decisions to where I wasn't affected as much despite what everybody else was doing or what was going on around me? Accountability is a hell of a word, because it's so easy to pass the baton to the next person as far as in what they should be doing or what they did wrong or how even they made you feel.
Because when you talk about other people and you point the finger, it takes focus off of you.
Oh, absolutely. Every time. And people subconsciously don't even know that that's the reason why they're doing that. You can, even if everything that they're saying is true about the situation, you're still taking the attention off of your behavior and how you could have operated differently.
And I don't know what's wrong with y'all, because I like the attention. Focus. It's to each their own, man.
To each their own, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's real. Well, I'm going to set some boundaries right now.
I didn't mean to get all deep and introspective on y'all like that. My bad.
I'm going to apologize.
Like
here.
The lights dimmed and it's like, it's all love though. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Somebody needed to hear it.
100%.
Somebody needed to hear it. You
100%.
Feel me? Anyways, this is your boy Dizzy D Spill here with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans.
And you've been tuning into The Notion. As always, we appreciate you listening. Until next time, peace.